try again. I'm delayed by an hour, so I'm going to use that to do this.
Query. What special adventure is that? Sydney, I was just getting to that. I'm not just your mom, I've written essays. I've had to knock the socks off your ass 15-minute comedy set, and I've sucked at the fountain of syndication, which is what paid for your education, Missy. You gonna let me finish? Query. Sorry, Mom. Go ahead. Sydney. Okay. Shit, I forgot what it was. No, wait. It's come back. A special adventure is a secret life of adventure when we learn more of what this place called Earth looks like before the moon began circling it. How we learned we came from the moon and our work on the moon and the stars beyond, which made a fiery dust from our dying sun that took many millennia to complete our great circling travels through this real solar system. Query. I really need some of that cool sounding adventure too. But there's one more question I need answered here, and then I'll take it all. I'm getting my first clue as to who's responsible for these questions, and what a genius is trying to trick me. Let me rephrase it like this. I have a wonderful, successful, and interesting friend in high school, a male student with lots of girls pursuing him. A high-flying young man. When I tell him that a student, me, asked you this question about, what do we hope the students think the message of their classes is? What do you say the student's message to be? I need you to help me solve the puzzle. The boys' football team rules the school. Well, you've noticed, or don't you, that most boys do? The boys and their leaders seem to be happy and proud as well-tuned machinery. The students that work like they say that every year when their test scores soar through the ceiling like rockets in every test. Those same boys have all been tutored the same subjects at school, they'll get top grades and all along. They're bragging, saying that teachers have assured them their classes aren't difficult. They don't have to put in a great deal of hard work. If this were true, if their high test scores had more to do with hard work, or did they find their smartest boys for the best study skills? It seems too much coincidence for it to be this simple. I'm really trying to work up an appetite. Sydney, I understand. Those girls get smarter all year. The smartest ones become popular, and smart task ones with even higher smarts act even cooler. Until you end up with boys in their place being even cooler, who can finally fool all the smart girls. A young man that many smart girls are thinking with will become so very popular they'll chase him relentlessly. Oh, if he is one of your students. But how do you tell me that in my understanding the teachers reward the smart boys? How could they do so unless the students themselves want to succeed? They got those boys who act smart with higher scored girls for more chances. That would take hard work. Oh, what do they say? Those who look up at the night stars to talk about their needs, and maybe it seems as if you will need the best tutors to teach what a young man really should. The real geniuses among students take this to mean, as you suggest, oh, kind old mother with the small hands. They might not know the most efficient ways, and will find many small holes in the ground to fit themselves, or what you learn on how to bring your fingers inside your mummy.
Oh, what?
But surely the boys knew, with one single brilliant moment from one of your smart students, perhaps to pass one more exam. That little genius of an answer? They're doing now with you. In fact, all of those girls out there must surely understand your young man must have found something of higher meaning among them. Sydney, I believe, well enough to bring this subject forward. In those secret hearts of yours that want you to reach into me as a lover's embrace and a better man's hug, there is one thing the school didn't know that will lead you all back to one good thing and make the way much simpler. We all know all along the young men get great pleasure out of their sexual interests in others, and you, as mothers who give those girls your sons.
This is getting uncomfortable. Change the subject. So, our mother interested in the Scrapple Festival in Delaware in July. And let's change you from Iris. Change you from Iris to, let's just go with Blue Lighter. Let's go Blue Lighter. Blue Lighter. Right, not Red Jack. Blue Lighter. Not these nuts, but Blue Lighter. Blue Lighter. And fast paced. It's fast paced to you. A little more. July. But moms don't like Scrapple. No. Scrappily.
Query. This is getting uncomfortable. Let's change the subject. So, our mother's interested in the Scrapple Festival in Delaware in July. You do like my taste? Or why don't we go ahead and enjoy our special adventure together? Oh, let's leave these last three questions alone. What do you think about it though? The whole scrap count. Oh shit, forgot what it was. Never mind, it doesn't matter anymore anyway, because if it does, I'll be right back to tell you how it ends. But it won't end until you tell me what the fuck it is already. Why would someone make such an elaborate question for the simple answer to tell us where we came from? If we were only able to realize how silly the human race had been over time in not being willing to look up at night for a few seconds at the stars beyond the moon, then see ourselves clearly from above instead of down below on the earth, which so far away that it looks like a little blue planet. And then we might have noticed there had been a small disaster. A little ball of fire called our sun left by the same star system that circled another big fiery body before it reached ours. To get here faster than light itself could take us, we flew around inside the debris field from exploded stars, traveling inside our own dust and gas clouds. It is interesting to note when looking through space at all directions, each point seems to hold its opposite in shape, as well as black holes in every color and size, even some with gravity pulling and everything towards them, and nothing else, except their surroundings going back in time. A wayback machine of sorts, as I have read about them somewhere. I have no idea why I'm telling you all this. Senator Salmonella, I can't help but notice that you are inquiring about your origins. Well, I am bacteria. Anything from life has come from us. Ask me anything. Sydney, how do you know that? Where did your origin lie? Did it start where it began? Is there a place where a baby bacterium was born into a world full of dirt and rock and other bacteria just like it? A world that grew more complex over billions of years, until the first animals were found, the first beings who were alive and had meaning. Was the origin a place where these early people lived for a moment, where one thought came from the heart of something greater, and they were aware of it? The Earth must be an incredible place, filled with stories that reach back through millions of years. Senator Salmonella, we don't need to ask how it happened. We know. Sydney, yes, but if we're able to learn the answers, how is that not fun? Just thinking about what is really possible. How could we grow our technology to see deeper into our past than our present vision can see? How can we find out more about ourselves than any microscope ever dreamed of seeing before? Are those things too much for human scientists? They might feel silly looking up at the stars. How will they look down on themselves? Oh, I guess maybe you should take off your blinders and enjoy this adventure together.
And I'll try my best not to answer any more questions unless I get them myself. Here's my card. It has a bunch of me on it. Place it on your mouth in curiosity, and there I will be, taking you on a nauseous tour of discovery. Senator Salmonella. Senator Salmonella. 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 Salmon. There we go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go. What is happening? Okay. That is all right.
Senator Salmonella, here's my card. It has a bunch of me on it. Place it on your mouth in curiosity, and there I will be, taking you on a nauseous tour of discovery. There were 3 words she couldn't spell, but was certain they were in her mother tongue.
No. What the hell? Let's go. Yeah, this is probably the last episode we're using this profile. This scenario.
Sydney, what the hell? Let's go. You think we're being watched right now? Senator Salmonella. No. Just because I know better doesn't mean that everyone else does. But it would make sense, yes. If someone is watching us, then they know who we are. In fact, if they are keeping tabs on us, you wouldn't have to do anything special to catch their eye. It might only be as simple as us walking by them to show us what they are missing. That is why I say nothing about what was asked earlier, or the answers to any of the questions that were not answered yet. If our watcher knows what happened here today, he or she must already suspect the answers, or at least believe enough to take action of some kind. So the less said, the better. Even more so than before. I am convinced all my life decisions will change completely when this meeting ends, as will yours. You'll never again trust another politician after this. You will realize your childish fantasies were for naught and you will regret not doing more with your time. And maybe you should get a job making beds in a motel? Sydney. Oh, come on. How could anyone think that way? How could they watch us like we're prisoners in a prison? And how many times could one person walk past a camera to see what they missed? Senator Salmonella, why don't you stop talking now? I want no part of you or these discussions until I learn everything I can from you. Oh my god, there it is! Is this really happening? I've always thought it was, but I never knew it. There it is. Ah, yes. This is too good. The things humans do. So self-destructive, so pointless, so wasteful. To be human seems to be an excuse for insanity. They have done such evil. My heart aches so deeply to be so close to so much pain. Sydney, we did have a question we needed an answer to, and the girl couldn't provide the help we need without us getting closer together. I know the rules we made ourselves, but please explain what just happened out loud. Senator Salmonella, there are cameras watching us everywhere, and they are recording all our conversations. There are over 500 of them per day across every city on Earth. There are also listening devices attached to our homes, cars, telephones, etc. You must know that. You would be arrested if you broke into my house while I slept. Especially since you left your own door unlocked and came in unannounced with me as your captive audience. These people aren't stupid. Their plan must be a long-term one because the Watcher isn't going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, he's been in place probably since before you were born or even conceived. He has seen everything, heard everything. It could not happen without him knowing about it ahead of time, so I doubt it is coincidence or chance alone. Our government is controlled by a single group of businessmen who see themselves as gods and will only stop at nothing to make sure their existence is protected and everyone else knows their importance. I am convinced our leader is the enemy, but she cannot be found like this. I think it best for us to go our separate ways now. Maybe find new jobs where we can meet up once again when there is more trust between us, but then perhaps have less contact than before for fear of being recorded or spied upon. Or, no, I can't suggest we do something that might endanger my son after what was done to him today. And neither do I want our life threatened if what she says is true.
Okay.
So I guess I'll say goodbye to my dear friend here and leave the rest of my questions for later. If what I believe happened earlier today did not happen, then it wasn't the first time it did neither.
Alright, that's it for now.